Good morning and welcome to my online English class. Nowadays we are learning pronoun, and in the last class we have covered pronoun with its four kinds, that is personal pronoun, relative pronoun, demonstrative and interrogative pronoun. And today we shall be moving towards the next four types of pronoun, that is possessive, reflexive, indefinite and distributive pronoun. But before starting the class, let us introduce my aim. So at the end of my class, students will able to know and define pronoun like possessive, distributive, reflexive, and indefinite. They can form sentences using these pronouns. They identify all these pronouns in their sentences. So let's have recap what last we had read. We had read about pronoun, that pronoun is a word which is used in the place of noun. Example, he, she, it, they, and etc. Then after personal pronoun, what is personal pronoun? So they are called personal because they stand for the three person, first person, second person and third person. You know that the first person is the speaker, second is the listener, and the third is the person for the thing that is being talked about. I, we and you are the example of first, second and third person. Now demonstrative pronoun is the pronoun that is point out or identify the objects for which they stand in the sentence. Example, this, that, these and those are the possessive demonstrative pronoun. Now next is interrogative pronoun. So interrogative pronouns are used to ask a question. Example, who is your father and which is the most interesting book in your library? So the word who and which is interrogative pronoun. And the last we read it, that is relative pronoun, that is used to refer to something or someone who mentioned earlier in the sentence and to join two sentences. So what was the name of the person whom we met at the metro station today? And the house that was advertised is already sold. So the word whom and that is a relative pronoun that is joining two sentences. So now we are going to talk about today's session, that is pronoun part 2, in which we are going to cover possessive pronoun and reflexive pronoun, indefinite pronoun and distributive pronoun. So let's begin with possessive pronoun. Children, you can see here that possessive pronouns are used to show ownership and possession, or they are used to indicate the relationship between objects and people. These pronouns include mine, ours, yours, his, her, and their. Okay. So the pronoun which is used to show ownership, possession, is known as possessive pronoun. As possessive is a word that is already shows its meaning like possession. No, see the example. Is that book lying over there yours? Yes, it's mine, thank you. Okay, see the words yours and mine. The word yours and mine is possessive pronoun because they are talking about the book. Okay, who has possession on the book? Yours. You have possession on your book. So if you becomes a possessive pronoun, it becomes yours. No, you is a personal pronoun and its possessive pronoun will be yours. My book, my is a pronoun and its possessive pronoun will be mine. So is that book lying over there is yours? Yes, it's mine, thank you. Because the ownership, the possession of book is whose, so it's mine. Second example says the house you see over there is ours. So the house belongs to us which you have seen over there. Okay, so that is our house. I hope possessive pronoun is clear. Anything on which there will be our possession. Suppose that that is your house. So whose house is that? That is your house because in that house you are the owner of the house. Second says reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronouns are used to refer back to the same subject in the sentence. They are receiver of the action and behave like objects of the verb. Okay children, reflexive pronoun are used to refer back to the same subject. I just want to give another example that is not mentioned here. At the first line says of our definition, it is used to refer back to the subject. No, so the example is that I introduce him to my father. Okay, I introduce him to my father. So I is a subject, introduce is a verb, and him becomes object. Okay, and then after to my father will be another object, the second object. So I introduce him. So the word I is another subject and verb is verb, then the object is him. So here the object and the subjects are different, but the line, this definition of reflexive pronoun says that they both will be same. They refer back to the subject, so that him is not belongs to this I, not belong to this subject, so it is not a reflexive pronoun. Actually reflexive pronouns will be there where the subjects and the objects somewhere refer to same person. No, if I'm going to say that I introduce myself to somebody, so here I introduce myself, I is a subject, introduce will be verb, and myself somewhere is our object, behaves like an object, and it reflects to the subject I hope you are being clear. Then the next example says I did it all by myself. So without anybody's help, all thing is done by me. So I did it all by myself. See the word myself is somewhere being emphasized, no, that reflects again the subject I, no, I did it all by myself. So myself reflects back to the subject I. Second says they have themselves to thank for the victory. No one other than them. Okay. So they themselves, they is the subject, have is verb, and themselves is the object, no? So that themselves reflects back to the word they, to the subject they. So they and themselves both are same. That themselves becomes possessive pronoun and they become pronoun. The next example says, will you be able to write the entire report yourself without anybody's help? Will you write this report? Okay, so it's a question form. Here the subject you, and for this you there is a possessive pronoun yourself. So you and yourselves both belong to a same subject, so that is why here we can say that it is a reflexive pronoun. It is very easy to say that reflexive pronoun are now used to refer back to the same subject in the sentence given. They are the receivers of the action and they behave like a object. Okay children, the table show below the reflexive pronoun corresponding to various personal pronouns. There is personal pronoun I, we, you, he, she, it, they, and these personal pronouns have the reflexive form, that is I becomes myself, we becomes ourselves. You in singular have yourself and in plural have yourselves. He becomes himself, she herself, it itself, and they becomes themselves. So all the words which are having self or selves, they called possessive pronoun. Let us go to the seventh point, that is indefinite pronoun. So indefinite pronoun refer to the person or thing in general way. They do not refer any particular person or thing. They are talking about something in general way. They are not talking about any particular thing specially, no. See that someone, something, everyone, everybody, anyone, anything, no one, nobody, nothing, one, all, some, few, many, none, etc. are indefinite pronoun. So if you're going to use the word all, see the example says what? All were present, some were missing from the class trip. One cannot get what one wants every time. So the word all were present. It is indicating that the word all is used for general thing. No, it is not talking about particular uh, student or particular thing or particular person. Some were missing, now some, in that some many can come. So that sum is a particular, that sum is belong to a general thing, general people, general student. In this example, one cannot get what one wants every time. One is also here does not belong to a singular or to a particular person, to a special person. Even that one can be said in a general way. Wants, okay, that here also the one wants, the one can be anybody in general, where no special person or thing is used in indefinite pronoun. It is indefinite. See, this is not a definite, indefinite, in which we are referring to the things or person in a general way. So let us talk on the last part of the pronoun, that is distributive pronoun. Here the definition says distributive pronoun denotes person or thing that refer to individually in a pair or in a sentence. Example says either of you could go to receive Mr. Burton at a station, and each of them is excited about this project. So either of you can go, either of you is talking about pairing word either. Okay, so either can be you or you both are individuals, talking about any individual can go and receive Mr. Burton at the station. So here is the pairing word either, in which any individual is referred by. Now second says each of them is excited about this project, so each individual is important, each individual is being talk about. So each of them is excited. Each is a grouping word, and then after it is used as a all individual, each individual, one individual is important, no. So that is why that types of pronoun are used to refer individually in a sentence or in a group. So I hope this session is helpful to you. All the things that we have completed belongs to this chapter. Now for the next class there are some exercises based on the chapter, all the types, one exercise I will try to cover. So with the help of all these exercises you will able to understand it more. So till the time there is a homework for you, that you will have to make lesson voice note in your notebook. And by the time you, I just want to wish you that be safe, take care of yourself, and be happy. Thank you.